And then Kate Reardon had one of the coolest suggestions, something that she does. I like to film myself explaining my story or specific elements of it. This somehow makes me more articulate and on my game, as though there's some performative adrenaline that makes me come up with solutions and smooth ideas out. I've often had breakthroughs by improvising out loud like this. So speaking out loud, even if you're just talking to yourself, that is legitimate writer work.
I'm really big on world building, and that matters to me whether it's like fantasy or contemporary. I think sometimes people hear world building and think like genre fiction, but I think it's just as important in contemporary, because, you know, if this is set in a small town, I want to feel like I'm in a small town, and I've never lived in a small town. So I'm always impressed when like books like really give me that, what I imagine that feeling is.
If I'm going to read 20 pages, I need to know immediately, do I like these characters? Is there a good amount of dialogue? Is the voice voicing? Is it clear? Is it lively? Is it witty? You need to be able to hook them with something that's really witty or fun in the first chapter or so that they can keep on going.
No character should be just an archetype, right? Because then they're going to feel quite shallow. But you can use archetypes as a way to really deepen character in lots of different ways.
That first draft is basically you telling yourself the story. So if you know those characters are full of depth and you know that they have these emotional parts of themselves brimming to be released and be all there, I think just carry on and plow through. Even if you're struggling with potentially the emotional interiority of them, but this is how that they would react, and therefore this is how the plot will move forward, this is how the story will move forward, then I think you can add in the emotional depth, as Tara said, after you have that first draft, because then you can really go into the layers of your characters.